And I'm so sorry. As somebody who used to run track, baby, you hit her over the head with that baton on purpose. Okay, y'all was trying to merge, but y'all were side by side, neck and neck, and she was finna pass you, boo. And you, when she got a little bit ahead of you, boo, you cocked that arm back and swung that baton and hit her on the top of the head, boo. That wasn't an accident because your other arm was very much still in a running position. So it's not like you just lost control and you was finna fall or something, boo. You hit her over the head on purpose. And yeah,
Tonight, a family is looking for an apology after they say their daughter was attacked in the middle of a track meet. Tonight, 10 News reporter Jason Freund spoke with the family about the alleged incident.
When Caitlin Tucker first wanted to start up track, her parents were naturally proud.
She started in 8th grade, but originally she went in 7th grade, and she said it was too much running and she quit. So she ended up going back and doing it again in 8th grade, and she only wanted to do sprints.
Fast forward to her junior year of high school, and she found herself running in the Class 3 state finals for Brookville High School, but nobody could have seen this coming.
When you get on the other side of the track, you have to cross into lane 1, you have to merge in. And as I was coming up on her, she kind of like made me like get cut off a little bit, so I backed away. And then as we got around the curve, she kept bumping me in my arm. And then finally when we got off the curve, I like slowly started passing her, and then that's when she just hit me with the baton and I fell off the track.
Caitlin ran off the track and her mother ran onto it. Team trainers came to her aid and the opposing school, IC Norcom, was quickly disqualified. But the damage had already been done.
I could feel like a headache coming up, so I just set out. But I recently went to the doctor and they prescribed me with a concussion and a possible fractured skull.
Now her parents are looking for an apology. They've got one already from the IC Norcom athletic director and the opposing athlete's parents. Now they just want one from the coach and the opposing athlete herself.
They were beside us at the event. They were watching the video at the event, but no one apologized or came to check on her. Even if it was a fluke or freak accident, you still would check on her.
What's up, guys? So I wanted to get into this story real quick. Now, this story's been going all over the place. It's been viral all over the place. But the straw that broke the camel's back is somebody sent this in and they said they wanted my opinion. They mentioned, and I was, by the way, guys, I used to be a Division I track and field athlete, and this situation happened in track and field. Apparently, this happened in Virginia. And two girls during the 4x200 meter relay got into an altercation where one of the girls swung the baton over and hit the girl on the head. Now, the girl who got hit on the head, shortly after she got hit, she had to drop out of the race, which is always sad because this is the state event. You train all year just to run a 20-second race, and then you couldn't even finish it, and this is at the state event again, so this is the last chance you get. And I think the girl was a senior from what I seen or from what I heard. But so that's always sad. And then she also is dealing with a concussion and then potentially a skull fracture. And she says she didn't even get an apology from it. But the girl who hit the girl over the head, this story is going to be from her lens and her giving her opinion on what happened. She's saying that it's all just a mistake. People are judging her off a 9-second clip. They're not getting the full story. And she's going to break it down and give a little bit more context here. So let's just go ahead and get right into the video.
Tonight, a Portsmouth family says they're telling their side of the story in reference to a shocking incident at a Virginia High School League indoor track meet that left one athlete allegedly injured after she claimed she was struck by a baton held by IC Norcom High School senior Alayla Everett. Everett spoke exclusively to 10 on Your Side's Markeisha Jackson, who brings us much more.
The young athlete in question says there's more to that video than meets the eye.
Everybody has feelings, so you're physically hurt, but you're not thinking of my mental, right?
Alayla Everett
that
is a
doesn't work. I
decorated.
understand that she's a high school girl, but that just doesn't work here. The girl is also mentally hurt too. Let's not get that mistaken. The girl had to drop out of a race where she has teammates that didn't even get a chance to run. They've been training all year for this event, and she had to drop out because she got hit over the head with a baton. So she's also emotionally hurt too. And when you're the perpetrator in a situation, nobody cares about your emotions. That's just how the world works. And she's getting older. She's a senior in high school, so it's time for her to learn that, yeah, we don't care about your emotions. We care more about the girl who has a skull fracture.
Athlete and senior at IC Norcom High School.
Allegedly.
She would have never thought her trip to the Class 3 track and field state finals last Tuesday would take a drastic turn.
They're going off of one angle.
Alayla visibly emotional because of this video from the meet. This was a 4x200 meter relay race, and she and a Brookville High School athlete were rounding a curve on the track when they nearly collided with each other.
Okay, after a couple times hitting her.
Oh, man, did I just hear a smoke detector? Let's go back and watch it again. But, guys, with black folks, we got to put the batteries in the smoke detectors. I just heard a beep. I don't want to hear. This is on national news. That's crazy. Let's see it again, though.
A curve on the track when they nearly collided with each other.
Okay, after a couple times hitting her, my baton.
A Brookville High School athlete were rounding a curve on the track when they nearly collided with each other.
Okay, after a couple times hitting her, my baton.
It looks intentional, y'all.
Got stuck
that looks
behind her
intentional.
back like this, and it rolled up her back. I lost my balance, and when I pumped my arms again, she got hit.
It appears intentional, but Alayla says it was accidental.
But I know
nah,
my intentions.
No, Alayla, that was
But I know
not
my
accidental.
intentions.
Now, if she wants to make the argument that maybe she was emotionally not all the way there at the moment and she just reacted out of emotions because she was getting cut off during the race, because it does look like she's getting cut off. I'm not going to lie, when you're merging in track and field, you're supposed to take a little bit more time and get a little bit more distance ahead of them before you merge. And maybe she was upset because the girl seemed like she was cutting her off. But at the end of the day, to act like you didn't do that on purpose is just disingenuous to me. To me, it obviously looks like it's on purpose. You don't run like that. When you're in track, there's no time where you're running this way, especially when you run it this way. So yeah, I'm just not getting it.
But Alayla says it was accidental.
But
Yeah,
I know my intentions.
I don't know about that
never hit somebody on purpose. I didn't have to see your first video, second video, 10th video. I know 100% that she won't do this to nobody.
Her parents outraged at the backlash. The IC Norcom relay team was disqualified, a ruling that a local USA track and field official finds questionable.
Yeah, see,
he says
no. I think this is a moment now where you put on your big girl pants, you're about to be 18, you're about to be a grown adult, and you learn that you can't react off of emotion. You apologize to the girl, you apologize to her family, and you apologize to her teammates, and you keep moving forward in your athletic career, and you put this behind you as best you can. I think that's what you do here. And I think her parents should be encouraging her to do that instead of just sitting there and saying, they should be speaking for her character. Of course, that's their daughter. They should be saying, yes, she's a good girl. This has never happened in track before. She's always, performed well. She's always worked hard. This has never happened. But she let her emotions get the best of her this time. She felt like she was getting cut off, and she felt like her opportunities, it was going to affect her opportunities going forward with scholarships or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, take the level of, you got to take some level of accountability, but also show a level of remorse for the people that were also affected in this situation. I think that's the best way to go, because maybe she's right. Maybe it was all just an accident. And I would feel bad, especially for this high school girl, if this was all genuinely an accident, because I'm going to tell you right now, from my perspective, this don't look like an accident. It looked like it was intentional. Maybe out of emotion. It was done out of emotion, but it definitely looked like at the time she was trying to hit over there with the baton. Now, I used to run track in my freshman year. I understand the feeling. I ran track in my freshman year. I had to race Tyreek Hill. I've raced some great Fred Curley, Michael Norman. If you guys know track, you'll know some of these names. These are people that I raced. And so I understand the feeling when I was a freshman. I was going against a senior Tyreek Hill, and we got out of the blocks and he just ran away from me. And there's a level of frustration, but I can't trip Tyreek Hill because he's running faster than me. So what I did was I sat there and I finished my race and I watched his back as he got further and further away from me and finished almost a second in front of me. That's just part of the game, right? So you can't just react off of your emotions. Being an athlete is part of learning how to control your emotions and channeling them for when you compete. And so I think this could have been a learning lesson, and I think her parents should be trying to teach her a learning lesson in this specific moment. But let's get back to it.
He says a play-by-play look shows that the Brookville athlete was running closely to Alayla.
If a person comes up on the outside, they got to be a full stride ahead of me before they can cut in front of me.
The other family spoke with the news station in Roanoke asking for an apology from Alayla, something she wants to give, but she says the other athlete hasn't been.
That USATF official is being disingenuous, and maybe, again, he's trying to protect her because she's a high school girl. He wants to protect her image. He understands how this is going to look, and he just wants some of the pressure to be taken off of her. But he knows good and damn well that during track events, people merge quick all the time. And usually what you do when somebody's merging too fast is you speed up so that they can't merge in front of you. And oftentimes that takes some of the gas out of their tank when you speed up a little bit, and then they have to settle in behind you. But again, just because somebody was merging and cutting you off, that don't mean you get to hit them over the head. It happens to the best of us, and maybe you take that up after the race, but you certainly don't swing the baton and hit them on the head during the race. That's not how you handle the situation. And the USA track and field official, the USATF official knows that. Maybe he's just trying to take some flack off of her because she's a high school girl, which I understand. But she's about to be an adult. It's time to
blocking her
learn.
on social media, and instead the Everett family was served with court papers.
And now we have to go to a city 3 hours away that everybody hates our guts already.
They're assuming my character, calling me ghetto, racist slurs, death threats, all of this just because of a 9-second video.
VHSL says they are still reviewing the situation, and Portsmouth Public Schools says they will support whatever ruling comes from the league. Markeisha Jackson, 10 on your side.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm a little bit sympathetic, guys.
Hey man, real quick with the
I understand she's a high schooler. But it's about time to learn a little bit about accountability, and I think if you showed a little bit of accountability, it would reflect well with the people that want to give you a scholarship to go to college. I think it's a very adult thing to do, and I think that's the direction her parents should be pushing her in. This is a learning lesson. Change the batteries in your smoke detector and become accountable for your decisions. You're an adult now. I think that's what this should be. And to bring in racism, I see this happen a lot. Guys, I mean, I don't know how many racists care about black-on-black crime. This looks like this would be a situation of black-on-black crime. I don't understand where the race would be involved here. And I don't know very many racists that, care too much. If anything, they'd be cheering it on if they're genuinely racist, right? So, sometimes people bring in the race situation at the end to try to get some level of sympathy, usually from other black folks. But at the end of the day, there was another black girl that that definitely lost out on the opportunity to get a medal, where her teammates also lost out on the opportunity to get a medal, and she got a concussion and potentially a skull fracture because of, her actions. So I think if she showed some remorse, it would really show an adult part of her. And I think that would reflect well towards the people who want to give her a scholarship. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Give me the HBO special. That's a Help Brother Out special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. Till next time.